वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to this ongoing series of the study of the 8th chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam on the beautiful childhood pastimes of Sri Krishna. Yesterday we saw Krishna playing different games with his friends, with Mother Yashoda. Starting today, we will start the mini pastime in the whole chapter of Krishna eating dirt. Krishna eating, this is called the Mrid Bhakshan Leela, where Krishna eats mud or mrid. Starting text 32. Canto 10, chapter 8, text 32. Ekada kridamanaste ramadya gopadaraka Krishno mridam bhakshitavan iti matre nyavedayan. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. One day while Krishna was playing with his playmates, including Balaram and other sons of the Gopas, all his friends came together and lodged a complaint to Mother Yashoda. Mother, they submitted, Krishna has eaten dirt. Purport. Here is another of Krishna's transcendental activities invented to please the gopis. First, a complaint was lodged with Mother Yashoda about Krishna stealing, but Mother Yashoda did not chastise him. Now, in an attempt to awaken Mother Yashoda's anger so that she would chastise Krishna, another complaint was invented that Krishna had eaten earth. Srila Prabhupada, in the purport to the previous verse, he explains that Krishna is Gopi Jana Vallabha. Gopi Jana Vallabha. He is very dear to the gopis. In the Madhurya mood, he is the eternal husband, he is the Prananath, he is the lord of the gopis, the young gopis. And from the perspective of Vatsalya Prem, he is the center of attention, attraction, absorption, and attachment for all the motherly gopis. So I'll try to read that section. Srila Prabhupada writes, because of the features of Krishna's face, the mothers were so attracted that they could not chastise him. Instead of chastising him, they smiled and enjoyed hearing of Krishna's activities. Thus the gopis remained satisfied and Krishna enjoyed their happiness. Therefore, another name for Krishna is Gopi Jana Vallabha, because he invented such activities to please the gopis. Krishna being Rasaraj, he is Raso Vaisaha. He is always eager to taste all forms of sweet mellows or pastimes. As God in Vaikuntha, as God as Ramachandra in Ayodhya, there are some relations, some moods, some tastes or transcendental sweetness that he does taste. But in Vrindavan, he wants that taste which is not available anywhere else. And that is the taste of being chastised. Krishna wants someone who can twist his ear, show him a stick, chastise him, reprimand him, rebuke him. This God never gets. Sri Hari creates this whole world, and in all species, he sees that the children, they are given some guidance by the parents. You can see even baby elephants. When the mother is walking with the baby elephant, the mother elephant sometimes with her trunk, she holds the little tail of the baby so that the baby doesn't run. Otherwise, the baby elephant is quite frivolous. It'll keep running from one place to another, and sometimes it'll fall from somewhere. It will fall into mud. It will keep crawling in a baby mood. Although it's supposed to be a big elephant, but in its childhood, it is a child. So you can find in all species the mother, the father, they are always trying to keep their children on track, chastising them. When they're going astray, bringing them back. Sometimes even baby monkeys in Vrindavan, we have seen that they are quite restless. First of all, they're monkeys, and secondly, they're babies. They're quite restless. They want to keep jumping. So the mother monkey has to keep check of her child. So Krishna is creating this whole universe. And in all species, he sees the love that the mothers, the parents have for their children. And Krishna is Adi, but he's also Anadi. Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He's Adi, he's the first, and Anadi, he has nobody before him. So he's the parent for everyone. He's Pita Aham Asya Jagataha. He's Mata Ramo Matpita Ramachandraha. He's Aham Bija Pradapita. He's the father, the mother for everyone. But Krishna feels, I wish I have parents who can chastise me. I wish I can have the relation where I can be naughty and some complaints may come, and out of affection, to protect my character, to protect my nature, to protect my future, I have parents who can protect me and fence around me. Krishna is like a very tender, sweet plant with lot of fragrant flowers and fruits and leaves in the form of his qualities. And I wish the deer, the other tender animals in the form of my friends can come and complain about me. And my mother can fence out of her embrace so that these complaints, even if they try to come, she will not take them so seriously. Just like a baby plant is fenced, Krishna wants the arms of his mother to fence the tenderness of his body and his character. Krishna is trying the best that he can to taste his mother's sweetness. Mother Yashoda, she gets so many complaints. She gets first the complaints from the gopis that your son is like this. He's breaking into our homes. He's destroying all the pots. He's stealing butter. He's smearing it on the floor. Krishna has butter in his mouth. Krishna has butter in his palms, and he's also touching everywhere. As he's walking, he's touching. So there's butter everywhere. Butter footprints, butter palm prints everywhere. He's wiping. There's butter all over his body. The mothers are complaining. And he's not even eating it. He's giving it to the monkeys. Sometimes he's just smelling and he's saying, this is very bad butter. This is not good butter. Let me try giving it to the monkeys. And the monkeys are eating and their bellies are full. Krishna says, no, they don't want to eat it. That is not because they're full, but because this butter is useless. It is third class. I wish this butter was well made. At other times, when he's caught stealing butter, he gives excuses. He says, my calf has gone missing. My calf has jumped into this butter pot. I'm stealing this butter. You think I'm stealing, but actually I'm searching for my calf in this butter pot. At other times, he says, oh, Maya, I saw you put so much hard work. And then I saw a big ant crawl and go into this butter. So I am actually trying to find that ant. I don't want a little ant to spoil so many hours of your hard work. At other times when he's caught, he says, oh Maya, this red coral or this red ruby bangle that you've put is burning my wrist because it is, according to gemstone, it is connected to Mars, which is heat. So my body is burning, my dear mother. Therefore, I'm jumping into this butter pot to cool down my body. That's like his butter swimming pool. Krishna is relaxing and frolicking in his own private pool. He always has ready stories to make. Oh Maya, oh Mother Yashoda. He's always cooking up some or the other thing. At other times when you catch him and say, you're a thief, he says, no, I'm not a thief. You are a thief. I am the future king. This whole thing belongs to me and you are claiming the king's property to be your property. And you don't let the king enter. You're not feeding the king. At other times, oh Yashoda, he's pinching our babies. At other times, he's slamming pots everywhere and cursing the home. I will set this house on fire. Everyone in this house may die. I curse this home that there will be utter poverty in this house. At other times, oh Yashoda, he is just passing urine everywhere in the house. He thinks he's a calf. Just like the calf, they just walk and they pass urine. Being with the calf, he thinks he's a calf and he's just urinating wherever he wants. At other times, we catch hold of him and we say, associating with the monkeys, you look like a monkey. And he says, I look like a monkey, but you are a monkey. And he laughs and he runs away. In this way, O Yashode, you have to take care of your son. He has become the center of attention and talks in Vrindavan for his thievery. Mother Yashoda Shrunvantya Kilatan Matu. She's simply happy hearing these pastimes. So Krishna is trying to do all this so that Mother Yashoda can twist his ear. But when the gopis have failed in this mission, now Krishna is trying to attain the same mission impossible through the gopas. Not from the gopis, but from the gopas now. So therefore, text 32 onwards, Krishna is going to spin in a prank in such a way the gopas start to complain. Till now, the gopis were complaining, gopas were on his side. Now the gopas have also started to complain. So when complaint comes from both sides, the pressure may build. Gopas are complaining, gopis are complaining. Yashoda Rani may take their complaints seriously, and she may, in the next chapter, bind Gopal as Damodar to a wooden grinding motor finally in Damodar Leela. So that is the purpose. That is the introduction to what is about to come. Ekada, once upon a time. Da means time. So yada, tada means whenever, at that time. Or kada, when will that day be mine? Sarvada or sada, all the time. And da means time. So eka means one, ekada, once upon a time. Kridamanaste, kridamana. All the boys were playing. And sahataute in plural. So they are the boys who are being described. Who boys? Which are the boys being described? Ramadya, Gopadaraka. Gopadaraka, the children of the Gopas, headed by Rama, Balaram. So here point to be noted is Krishna is playing with Balaram's friends in this pastime. So therefore Rama Adi. Adi means first, Adi also means etc. So the boy is headed by Balaram, or Balaram predominantly, and etc. other boys who are all Gopadaraka, who are all born in the Gopa family. They were all playing together. So now here it says they were playing together. But what game they were playing, that has not been described. So Sri Kavi Karnapur has given details on that game. He says that they were playing, so in Vrindavan, there are different sections. You have the section where there are groves, there are nikunjas, kunjas, nibrutas, full of leaves and flowers. Then there are sections where there are tall structures, there are palaces like Nanda Bhavan. And then there are also open grounds where there are a lot of sand and mud and cow dung and cow urine, pasture grounds. So here, Krishna, Balaram and the friends are playing in the third category of open fields with a lot of mud and sand and cow dung and cow urine and water and milk and everything put together. So what is the game that they are playing? Yesterday we saw Krishna was cheating in playing hockey. Then we saw Krishna was cheating while playing hide and seek. So now they changed the game. We said, okay, we'll just change the strategy. We'll change the game. Hopefully Krishna's tendency will change. But you will see here, Krishna's tendency will not change. You can take Krishna anywhere. Whether he's a dwarf as Vaman, whether he is a Kshatriya like Parshuram or Rama Avatar, or whether Krishna appears as Matsya Kurma Varaha, he is transcendental. He doesn't leave his identity. He doesn't leave his position. Therefore, he is Achyuta. He who doesn't, Chuta means to fall. He who never falls from his position or never leaves his position of being naughty. Therefore, as Achyuta, his tendency continues to be cranky, to throw tantrums. Now you will see what is happening. So one time, all the friends headed by Balaram and Krishna, they were playing. What game were they playing? They were making, out of mud, they were making different homes. Ghar ghar khel rahe. They are making their own homes. They are making their own palaces. They are making forts. Have you seen children sometimes? They, with mud, they make fort. They make some palaces. They make some kingdoms. There's some attack. In our childhood, we remember there were children who would make forts, and then they would also have these GI Joes. You've seen those small, images. They would play with them as if they're soldiers, as if they're kings. They would adjust them in different ways, make a different fort, and seems like the Lord is also playing that. So he's making different forts. He's making different palaces. And on one side, Sri Rama was making his palace. On the other side, Krishna was making his palace. Both have their hands completely smeared with wet mud, dripping mud in their hands, and they're with their fingers. Krishna has very soft, cute, sweet fingers, and with that, he's pressing and making his own floors, he's making his own pillars. He who makes universes just by his glance is now sitting in the dust of Vrindavan, in the mud of Vrindavan, and with his fingers paying attention. The Lord, as if he's making some modak, he's giving shapes to different gopurams in the palace. And he's making little canopies, he's making different structures and different flows. The Vishwakarma, he who is the architect for the whole world, Vishwakarma, who for heaven creates everything under Krishna's supervision. Now, Krishna himself in Vrindavan has become Vishwakarma, and he's making his own little palace. So, this Leela is going on. And in every pastime, he who is Ajita becomes Jita. He who is inconquerable becomes conquerable. Imagine if Krishna doesn't lose his position of being inconquerable, then every game he will win, and it's no longer Leela anymore. It's pretty predictable. But here, almost every Leela he loses, because he loses to take his devotees above. He loses his game on purpose, because if he doesn't lose, they can't defeat him, as he's Bhagavan, so he cannot be defeated. So he loses by wish, by will, so that his devotees can win. And in their joy, he's happy. So similarly, in this pastime, as both sides are making their own palaces and trying to outsmart and outwit each other, Sri Rama is making on one side, Krishna is making on the other. And Krishna is time and again keeping an eye on how much Sri Rama is progressing. How many flows has he made? How many pillars has he made? And Krishna is trying to learn, steal some ideas, and he's also trying to do the same way here. Sri Rama is actually doing by himself. So when the time is up, both sides are, the judge is watching both sides, and the judge here is Balaram. Rama Adya Gopadaraka. He's the leader. So he's looking on both sides. And Ram, or Balaram, he declares, he takes the hand of Sri Rama and lifts it up, and he says, I declare Sri Rama to be the winner, because he has made more intricate. Krishna has just put some mud pieces together. And some places it's very well made. Some places he's just made round balls out of mud and just placed them one over the other. But this is not how it is. Sri Rama is more artistic. When this was being announced, Sri Rama said happily, I am very happy. Krishna played it in good terms. He played it with proper rules. And as soon as he said that, Krishna got up and he kicked Sri Rama's creation. He kicked Sri Rama's creation. And now Krishna's palace was standing tall, and Sri Rama has two or three pillars broken, and one floor is tumbling down. And then Krishna is saying, now see, my palace is better. Sri Rama got really angry. And he said that, why do you have to always cheat like this? Why can't you play ethically by the rules? This is not fair. We will go and complain to Mother Yashoda. We will complain to Yashoda Rani that you're not playing properly. Any game, every single day, it is tantrum. If you want to play, play by fair rules. So at this point, Sri Kavi Karnapur has composed. Yadiyo bhrubhangaha katina jagadandani shatashaha prasute sampate kshapayati na tatra prayatate sa evayam dhuli puragriha vinirmana rabhase. What is Krishna doing? Dhuli pura griha vinirmana. Krishna is creating nirmana, a griha, a home or a city, pura, through dhuli, through dust. This is what Krishna is doing. Brurasham shrantaswin tadapi na viramam rachayati. Sri Kavi Karnapur says, Yadiyo bhrubhangaha, he who just by the movement of his eyebrows, bhru is eyebrows, bhangaha is movement just by making his eyebrows curled and crooked a bit. Katina jagad andani shatashaha, hundreds and hundreds of planetary creations, cosmic manifestations, prosute, sampati, kshapayati. He can create, he can maintain, he can destroy just by the movement of his eyebrows. Na tatra prayatate. There is no hard work for the Lord, but all glories to him who sits on his two lotus feet or on his knees. He squats down with his friends. And sa eva ayam dhuli pura griha vinirmana ravhase. He who makes homes and palaces out of mud, dust, cow dung, water, milk, urine, calf urine. He's using all of that. And he's making shrantaha, swit, tadapina viramam rachayati. Out of um, prem paravashta, out of being conquered by love. All glories to Krishna, who comes on the status of human-like pastimes. In other Leelas, the Lord, he being Bhagavan, he can see through his ears and he can eat with his nose and he can smell with his eyes. Topsy-turvy, completely different from our functioning. He can in all incarnations, but in Krishna Leela, Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho, all glories to his human-like pastimes. That although he can smell and eat and see and hear with all his senses, he kindly agrees to see only through his eyes, agrees to hear only through his ears, agrees to play only with his palms, agrees to eat only through his mouth. To that Supreme Lord we bow down, who creates his palace, maintains both palaces, and when the time is right, kicks Sridama's palace and breaks it to pieces, showing the whole world that I am the creator, I am the maintainer, and I am the destroyer for all times to come. How amazing. How amazing. So, ekada kridamanaste ramadhya gopataraka. So, this is the pastime being described. This is what they were playing ekada once upon a time. And the word used is Rama. Could have been Baladya Gopadaraka, because Bala is also his name. And that is also two aksharas, two syllables. So Anushtup Chanda won't be broken by saying Ekada Kridamanaste Baladya Gopadaraka. But why Ramadhya Gopadaraka? That question has been asked. Because Bala means strength. In this pastime, Balaram is not using strength. Rama means he, Ramayan Surido Gunai. He who out of his qualities, out of his concern and compassion, gives joy. So in this pastime, Balaram is complaining to Mother Yashoda that Krishno mridam bhakshitavan iti matre nyavedayan. Balaram, while he was seeing Krishna and Sridama making their own palaces, he saw in the middle Krishna. Now his hand is full of mud and he didn't know what to do, so he's wiping it on his body to clear off the mud, to take the mud off. He's wiping it on his body. And sometimes some mud, because he's also using milk, he's also using some yogurt, he's also using some different goras, cow preparations. So sometimes while he's making, he looks and he also eats it. Children, anyway, when Annamaya kosha develops, whatever they find on the floor, they want to pick it up and they eat. You can see kids, they're always doing. Sometimes they're scratching the calcium out of the walls and they're sitting in some corner and they're eating. Whatever is on the floor, they want to put it in the mouth. So mothers are sometimes careful. We just want to hope there are no safety pins or no push-in pins on the floor, because kids don't know. They will just put it in their mouth. So Krishna here with his Annamaya kosha, he's seeing some mud and he also wants to clear it off. So he's wiping it on his face. So Balaram, out of his protective instinct, because he's the older brother, Rama, he is giving pleasure to Mother Yashoda by coming and complaining. It is not to settle scores. It is not that Krishna is always winning or Krishna is always losing and cheating. Therefore, oh Maya, I want to complain. No, not in that mood. If that was the mood, then some other name would have been used for Balaram. But Rama means Ramayan. Ramante yoginonante. He who gives joy, he who charms, he who attracts. So he is pleasure giving to Mother Yashoda here out of his protective instinct. Maya, look, I think Lala has eaten some mud. He has, I think, put some wet and dry mud into his mouth. I saw him smearing all of that in his mouth. Can you check his mouth, please? We just want to make sure no mud has gone into his mouth. Because taking things from the floor and eating, in Vrindavan, you can see all animals are walking, not just cows and calves. Sheep are also there, goat is also there. You don't know what's there on the floor. So, Maya, I think he has wiped all the mud on his face and mouth. Therefore, Rama Adya. He's pleasure giving. And why Gopa? Because Gopayanti Krishnamiti. Gopa means that group. Gup dhatu again, to protect, to keep it hidden. Gopa is that group who Gopayanti Krishnam, who hide Krishna. How do they hide Krishna? They embrace him heart to heart, and Krishna is not seen because they're all embracing him. So the protective instinct of the Gopas, the love of the Gopas to keep Krishna hidden in their embrace out of love and compassion. So therefore Rama, pleasure giving, Gopa, Gopayanti Krishnam, those who protect Krishna, those who hide Krishna in their embrace, that is the meaning. So if that is the mentality, that is the mindset of the Gopas, who are the fathers, then Dwaraka, their children, also have the same mentality. So even if they're complaining, Balaram is complaining, the friends are complaining, but both out of protective instinct. The friends are complaining to protect Krishna, Balaram is complaining to protect Krishna, and by this, Ramayan, Maya, Mother Yashoda feels joy, and therefore Balaram's name, Ramayan Suridogunai. Akhyasate Rama iti. Therefore, Ramadya Gopadaraka. One time, Ekada Kridamanaste, they were all playing, Ramadya Gopadaraka. And what was the complaint? The complaint to Mother Yashoda was, Kṛṣṇo Mridam Bhakshitavan. Bhakshitavan. He has eaten. Bhakshitavan is a nice usage. Past active participle has been used. So Bhakshitavan. Kṛṣṇo Mridam Bhakshitavan. Oh Maya, Krishna has eaten dirt. So if it was complaint, then the word would not be Nyavedayan. Iti matre Nyavedayan. Nyavedayan means Nivedan karna, to beg, to request. So they were requesting Mother Yashoda, Maya, can you please look into Lala's mouth? Can you look into Krishna's mouth? We suspect, because he's making and again he's looking on the other side and wiping his mouth. So we suspect some mud has gone into his mouth. Maya, secretly, I think Lala has started eating mud. So Nyavedayan, they requested, please look into his mouth. Balaram was the one who led this appeal. He was the one who said to the friends, I think we should now, either it could be, I think enough is enough, no playing with Krishna anymore, he's always cheating, let's go and speak to Mother Yashoda. And he led a campaign. Civil disobedience movement. We will not obey Krishna's rules. And he took the thing to Yashodarani. So Rama Adi, first, the one who started it is Balaram. Rama Adi Gopadaraka. Ramadya Gopadaraka. And plural usage to state that everyone went with, all the boys went with Balaram. It was not Balaram alone who went. Rama Adi, Rama Adya Gopadaraka. Very beautiful usage. All the details of who is going, who is leading, who all are going, what is the mood. Nyavedayan, they're requesting. Gopadaraka, they are having protective instinct. Rama, by saying Balaram, the way he's looking eye to eye to Mother Yashoda and speaking with emotions, Yashoda Rani is smiling. That Balaram, very good. When I am not around, you should keep an eye and tell me what Lala is doing behind my back. So in this way, Ramadya Gopadaraka Krishna Mridam Bhakshitavan Iti. Like this, Matre Nyavetayan. They went and complained. So now question could be asked, what is Balaram's problem if Krishna is eating dirt? Well, first level of understanding is concern. There could, in that mud, there could be dung, there could be poison, there could be insects. So out of health concern, that's level one understanding, where Balaram is going to protect Krishna's health so that he doesn't fall sick. If he falls sick, then who will Krishna play with? He has to be at home. And who will the friends play with? So all their games will come to a standstill if Krishna becomes unhealthy. So that is one. Apart from that, Balaram is also thinking, Maya, Krishna is sitting and eating mud. This is not correct. Why? Jayatu Jayatu Prithvi Bharanasho Mukundaha. Krishna has come in this world to reduce the burden of Mother Earth. But this is not the way to reduce the burden on the back of Mother Earth, by eating her mud. If he eats mud with both his hands, how many few grams can he reduce weight by? Only very few. Maya, please tell him, if he wants to actually reduce the burden of Mother Earth, he has to kill demons in the future. He has to be a good king and reduce the weight of adharma, establish dharma. That's how Prithvi's bhara, weight or burden will be reduced. Not by sitting and eating mud with both hands. There's so much mud in the world. How much mud can with his two hands eat and reduce the burden of Mother Earth? Maya, please tell him, intention is right, but the action is not proper. Sometimes intentions may be right, but the action may not be right to execute that intention. So we need a superior like Balaram to tweak our policies and to tell us, your heart is in the right place, but this is not how you do it. Sometimes people, while talking, they just say it point blank on the face and they say, I don't keep anything in my heart. Whatever I feel, I just say it. Okay, the intention may be right, but the expression, the action is not right. So therefore, a superior has to say, your heart is in the right place, but the action is not representing your intention. So therefore, you have to move your action in such a way that the intention and the action are in line. So, Maya, Balram is the superior, Ramadya. Please tell him, his heart is in the right place. He wants to reduce the burden of Mother Earth, but the action is not right. This is not the right way. The third response to this, Balaram is little annoyed. He is little annoyed. What is he annoyed about? What is he angry about? When someone takes your possession or something that is your property once, and then comes and returns it back to you, then you can say, okay, no problem. That's fine. They do it again, then you get little provoked, but that's still okay. But if they keep doing that again and again without your approval, they start taking. Sometimes imagine you're searching for your laptop everywhere and you suddenly see somebody sitting and using your laptop. And you say, is that my laptop? And the person says, yes, Prabhuji, this is your laptop. So then you feel, yes, you can use it, but at least tell me or ask me before using it. We are not supposed to touch somebody that is, you're not supposed to touch something that is not our property. So here Balaram is having some issues with Krishna over that. Because Balaram is Anantashesh, he's holding Mother Earth on the top of his head. So earth is whose property? Balaram's property, Anantashesh's property. So first time what happened is, without his approval, Varahadev just came and picked up Mother Earth on his tusk. When Mother Earth toppled from her position, Varahadev came and lifted Mother Earth and put it back on the head of Anantashesh. Okay, Balaram didn't say anything. That's fine, that's okay. Then the Lord came as Vamandev. So first he touched with his tusk. No problem. Then he came and touched with his feet as Vamandev. Now with the tip of his lotus feet, he was touching Mother Earth. And Ganga Devi manifested in this world. So again, Balaram didn't say anything. Okay, as Varaha once, as Vamana twice, no problem. Now in this incarnation, you're secretly sitting and putting the mud of Mother Earth into your mouth. First you're touching with your tusk, then you're touching with your feet, now you're touching with your mouth. This is too intimate, this is too much. Without without my approval, you cannot take my possession for the third time. Maya, please tell him not to take something that doesn't belong to him. So Ramadhya Gopadaraka. More than any other friend, Balaram had most problems with Krishna eating. Of course, these are utprekshas, these are transcendental uh, perspectives of the acharyas, and which are all true because Krishna is unlimited. And he who's unlimited can have unlimited possibilities in every leela. Every leela is unlimited. Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta. His pastimes are unlimited, and every Leela has unlimited layers. And in each layer, in each piece, there are unlimited reasonings. And they're all coming in the form of the Utprekshas, the possibilities, the Sambhavanas, the poetic works of our Acharyas. And different Acharyas are giving different reasons, and they're all possible because Krishna is unlimited. He can accommodate everything. Even when he's a child, he's Bhagavan. And because he's Bhagavan, unlimited possibilities are possible. So now, when this happened, text 33. Sa grihitva kare krishnam upalabhya hitaishini yashoda bhaya sambhranta prekshanaksham abhashata. Upon hearing this from Krishna's playmates, Mother Yashoda, who was always full of anxiety over Krishna's welfare, picked Krishna up with her hands to look into his mouth and chastise him. Her eyes fearful, she spoke to her son as follows. As soon as Mother Yashoda heard this, Sa grihitva kare Krishnam upalabhya hitaishini. She took a stick in her right hand. Mother Yashoda is sitting and doing some work, and Balaram comes running in. Maya, Krishna has put mud in his mouth. I don't know. There may be worms, there may be poison, there may be dung, there may be insects. Please help. Mother Yashoda puts what she's doing immediately and picks up a stick in her hand. Enough. Very naughty. This boy is becoming incorrigible. He has to be taught a proper lesson. So of course Mother Yashoda doesn't use the stick, but doesn't use the stick on the Lord, but uses the stick just to scare him all the time. So with the stick, Sa grihitva kare Krishnam upalabhya hitaishini. The word hitaishini has been used, which means that Lord who thinks good about us, he who's always trying to see our well-being. Mother Yashoda is trying to see well-being for his future. Hitaishini. In Sri Ramcharitmanas, there is a very beautiful section where Narad Muni once tells Sri Hari, Vishnu, that, my dear Lord, I want to have a little taste of your Maya Shakti. I am a sannyasi and I am always playing my veena, and I always preach to everyone to be free from your Maya, to not be entangled into your Maya. But I don't know what your Maya is. I don't know what this Vaishnavi Maya is. I am always absorbed in Kirtan Ras, always speaking Harikatha, traveling. So I really don't know what Maya is. I want to have a little taste, a little vision of your illusory energy. Vishnu said, don't get into this. Oh, Narada, please don't get into this. Narada said, no, no, I promise, my dear Lord, I wouldn't be there for long. I will chant your names and come out. In no time, Narada saw himself in a palace. And there was a Swayamvar going on of a very beautiful girl. And all the Kshatriya kings were standing. They were all waiting in the Swayamvar so that the princess, the very beautiful girl, will come and put the garland around their neck. So Narada is also standing in this line of Swayamvar. He suddenly looked into a pot of water, looked at himself, the reflection of that water, and he saw, I am a sadhu, a sannyasi, with matted hair and a veena in my hand. which Kshatriya girl will come and offer garland around my neck? It's not possible. I need to transform myself. So he prayed to Sri Hari in that situation. My dear Lord, oh Hari, please give me Hari Roop. Please give me your form of Hari. Let me look like Hari. If I look like Hari, I will be the best. Then this girl will come and put her Jaimala, the marriage garland around my neck, and I will win this Swayamvar. I will win the hand of this girl. So in no time, he transformed. He looked very attractive in his body, and he had Hari Roop. He just looked like Hari. Now the girl saw him from a distance, and she skipped all the kings, and she came straight in front of Narada Muni with the garland. And she looked at his face, and she said, "How ugly can somebody be? Chi, who let you here? Who let you here? You shouldn't be here." And in front of him, she put the garland around some other king's shoulders or neck, around his neck. Narada was heartbroken. He did his best to look like Hari, and now in front of him, the girl is garlanding somebody else. And first she said, "You look so ugly. You look she. Who even let you in? This is very bad. How dare you stand here?" So Narada became really perplexed. Just before the Swayamvar, I prayed to Vishnu that I should look like Hari. So I must be looking like Hari. Why is it that she said I am most ugly? So again he looked at the reflection, because no mirrors. So he looked into a pot full of water to have his own reflection seen. And when he saw that the body was very good, but the face was that of a monkey. Face was that of a monkey. Now Narada Muni became so furious. So furious. He came in front of Hari and he said, "My dear Lord, I do so much bhajan. I preach about you. I chant about you. I never ask you anything. I just asked for one benediction. Just one benediction. That I want to look like you. I want to look like Hari. And you couldn't even fulfill that. And not fulfilling that is one thing. You actually did the opposite. Instead of making me look beautiful and handsome, you made me look ugly. And you made me look like a monkey." And everyone was laughing in that assembly. They were looking at my face and laughing. And the girl, instead of garlanding me, she rebuked me. And in my presence, she garlanded somebody else. My dear Lord, she was extremely beautiful. And in front of my eyes, I saw she getting married to somebody else. "Vishnu, I can't tolerate what you did." Vishnu said, "Well, I gave you what you asked for. You asked for Hari Roop, and I can show you in the book, in the thesaurus, the word Hari also means a monkey. So you said Hari Roop. How do I know which Hari you're referring to? Because the word Hari means a lion, it means a snake, it means a monkey. Hari can even mean a thief who's stealing something. So I was confused." Vishnu is saying, "So therefore I gave you Hari Roop. I gave you the form of a monkey. I thought this is what you want." Narada became even more furious. He said, "My dear Lord, you exactly knew what I wanted. You exactly knew what I wanted. And now you're playing games with me? I curse you. I touch sacred Ganga water, my dear Lord, and I curse you. I have performed bhakti, and on the power of my bhakti, I curse you, my Lord. There's one thing I asked for, and you could not give me. I curse you. I curse you that just like how I was separated from my beloved, you will be separated from your beloved. In front of your eyes, your wife will be kidnapped. And you have to beg monkeys to support you to get her back. I curse you, my Lord. This is what you will go through." Vishnu folded his palms and he said, "Oh Narada, if that is what you want, I will take your curse on my head, and very soon I will appear as Sri Ram. And according to your curse, I will lose Sita, kidnapped by Ravana, and I will beg monkeys to help me win this battle. But let me tell you, O Narad, before taking on that pastime, let me tell you, I am actually your well-wisher. And as Vishnu started speaking, Narada Muni got pacified because he vented out all that anger and that curse, and Vishnu very humbly took it on his head, the seed of Rama avatar. As Vishnu was speaking, Narada Muni became very morose and he said, "My dear Lord, what did I do? What did I do?" Vishnu said, "I told you, don't ask for a taste of Maya. I told you. You went against my will." Narada said, "My dear Lord, please promise me henceforth. Jai vidhi nath hoye hit mora, करहु सुबेगी दास में तोरा, अब प्रभु करो कृपा ये भांति, सब त्यजी भजन करो दिन राति." My dear Lord, please bless me. Jai vidhi nath hoy hit mora. Never fulfill my desires. Never fulfill what I beg you for. Even if I go crazy and I ask for things, please never give it to me. Jai vidhi nath hoy hit mora. Whatever brings in the best supreme well-being in my life. Karahu sovegi dasa mein tora. I am your servant, my dear Lord. Please quickly do what is well-being in my life. Don't do what I ask for. Don't fulfill my desires. Fulfill what is good for me. The only thing I beg you, my dear Lord, Abhu Prabhu karo kripa ye bhati. I beg you at your lotus feet. Just give me this benediction. Sabu tyaji bhajan karo din rati. May I just speak about you, sing about you, hear about you, and serve you and love you with all my heart and not ask for anything. Even if I ever ask in the future, whatever is good for me, you do that very quickly, understanding that I am your servant. Don't fulfill desires which are not good for me. When Narada said this, Vishnu smiled and he said, "You're asking for hit? You're asking for well-being? Jai vidhi nath hoy hit mora?" Narad, Jai vidhi hoy param hit Narad. Oh Narad, you're asking for well-being. You're asking for hit. I am always thinking for your param hit. I am always thinking for your supreme well-being. I will tell you why I gave you a monkey face. Giving monkey face temporarily and being rejected by a girl and being laughed upon by an assembly is nothing compared to me giving you my sarupya, my same form, and she garlanding you. And for all times to come, people will laugh that Narada, as a sannyasi, got attracted to a woman and stood in a swayamvar. My dear Narada, I went against your wishes and gave you a monkey face so that for all times to come, your reputation is preserved. I may temporarily pinch for ultimately protecting my devotee. So never ever think that I will do something that is to fulfill a material desire. In that also, I am thinking of supreme well-being. Ama bhaje bishay mage ei bado murk. If somebody worships me and asks for temporary things, if it is going to take the devotee away from me, I don't give it. Just like a mother, even if the child says, "I love fire," the mother will never let the child put the hand into fire. Even if the child says, "I love a sword, I love poison, I love a snake," the mother will never give the child proximity to any of this, because even if the child loves it, it's not good for the child. Narada started weeping, said, "My dear Lord, I cursed you. I can't absolutely accept this fact that the Lord who is maintaining me and thinking of my future reputation as a sannyasi, I cursed him." Vishnu smiled and he said, "I had decided to come as Sri Ram. These are my pastimes. You're simply an instrument. You predicted, you foretold, you predicted the future of what is going to happen. I will take your words on my head and I will lose my wife, Sita. I will be separated from her and I will beg monkeys. I will request them to help me build a bridge, find Sita, destroy Lanka, fight Ravan, and get my wife back. Start of Ramcharitmanas. So the point I'm trying to say is Krishna is the Hitaishi. He is the well-being, ever well-wishing best friend for everyone. Srila Prabhupada, whenever he would wrap up writing and sign off a letter, he would always write, your ever well-wisher. Ever well-wisher. In this world, there may be people who are nice to us because they want something from us. But the Supreme Lord is our ever well-wishing. Guru is our ever well-wishing best friend. They always do. They sometimes chastise. They sometimes even reject, or at least claim to reject, only for our ultimate good. One time, Srila Prabhupada, he received a call, complains about a disciple who was breaking 4 regulative principles repeatedly. And Srila Prabhupada chastised on the phone to that disciple that one more time you do this, I reject you. I reject you. I will reject you in such a way that I will never accept you again. I will not protect you from Maya. And as soon as he said that and kept the phone, Prabhupada's personal servant asked Srila Prabhupada, is that true that you will reject? Srila Prabhupada looked with eyes moist in compassion and he said, in the mood of Nityananda Prabhu, we can never reject anybody who comes to the lotus feet of Krishna, however fallen they may be. But I have to threaten so that they take their vows seriously. So to that Krishna, who is the supreme well-wisher, who is the supreme well-being, ever well-wishing best friend to the whole world, Yashoda Rani is his well-wisher. Therefore, this verse says, Sa grihitva kare Krishnam upalabhya hitaishini. This word hitaishini is very important. Mother Yashoda, even if she binds Gopal to the wooden grinding motor, even if she runs with a stick behind him, even if she scolds him, even if sometimes Mother Yashoda doesn't talk to Krishna, and Krishna goes and seeks some help from Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj said, what can I do? Maya is not talking. Allah will say, Maya is not talking. Maya will say, you stop stealing, then I will talk to you. Why should I talk to a thief? Everybody in the whole village is complaining. Everybody is talking ill about your character. What will they think? Is this what Nanda Baba and myself are teaching you at home? Krishna will cry and with tears in his eyes, Maya, I promise, I will never steal again. I will never do this again. How to explain that Mad Bhakta Yatra Gayanti Tatra Tisthami Narada, wherever the devotee wants the Lord to come and they're begging, why won't the Lord go? And now he has to protect that mood of going and fulfilling the desires of all the motherly gopis, yet at the same time, poor Damodar Gopal get chastised from his own mother for doing it. So Mother Yashoda, Sa grihitva, she takes stick in one hand. And when she rushes to the scene, Krishna's right hand, left hand, face, body full of mud. Full of mud. And Krishna's going like this. And Mother Yashoda, stick in the right hand, with her left hand, holds Krishna's right hand. And the mud falls from his hand. Sa grihitva kare Krishnam. She holds Krishna's hand. Upalabhya hitaishini. And she's concerned. Yashoda bhaya sambhranta. Prekshanaksham abhashata. And Krishna's also caught red hand. His hands are red anyway. Palms are lotus. So Krishna's always caught red hand. So Yashodarani catches Krishna. The mud falls from his hand. Krishna's eyes locked into Yashoda's eyes. Stick in one hand, right hand. Left hand holds Krishna's right hand. And now the scene is zoomed into Yashodarani and Gopal, eye to eye. Krishna's looking at Yashoda. Yashoda is looking at Krishna. And at that time it is described, Krishna starts looking around. His eyes are not able to meet Yashoda's eyes. Yashoda bhayasam bhranta prekshanaksham abhashata. Krishna starts looking down. He starts looking to the left, to the right. He starts looking around. Yashoda is saying, where are you looking? Look straight into my eyes. What are you eating? And Krishna is saying, I am not eating anything. Why are you scolding me? What are you eating? What's in your hand? Krishna said, Maya, you're the one who said I could eat anything from our home. Anything means not mud, Krishna. We are getting complaints that you're eating in the neighborhood. At that time, I told you, whatever you want to eat, you eat in our home. Yeah, you said whatever I want to eat, I could eat. So you'll sit and eat mud, but I'm not eating mud. Who told you I'm eating mud? I'm not eating mud. Mud is dripping from his mouth. I'm not eating mud. Yashoda said, shh, look eye to eye. Don't look here and there. Look into my eyes. So, but Krishna is not able to. He is looking down. He is looking to the right, to the left. He is looking around. Sri Hari Suriji has written that Krishna's eyes are yat chakshur esha savita sakala grahanam raja samasta sura murtir ashesha teja yasyajnaya bhramati sambhrita kala chakro govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami prabhasmi shashi surya yo. Krishna's eyes are the sun and the moon. Now in the Bhagavatam, there are different witnesses for every activity. Bhumi is one big witness, sun is a witness, moon is a witness, Paramatma is witness. Of course, Yamaraj is a witness. Breath in and out of the body is a witness. Directions are witnesses for every activity. So tomorrow when Yamadutas catch us, we cannot say, I didn't do some activity. They have the soft copy. They have the printout of the history, the browsing history of all our activities, thought, word, and actions. They have it. And that has been signed, that has been stamped, that has been approved by Bhumi Devi. Yes, he stood on me and he did this. By Surya Dev. Yes, yes, I also saw. Or at night, Chandra Dev said, yes, I saw. Breath is needed, going in and out of the lungs. So Vayu Dev said, yes, yes. When he was speaking, I was going in and out. I observed. Paramatma, Yamaraj, everybody, directions. Everybody is witness. There are 13 witnesses in the Bhagavatam. So at this point, Yashoda Rani, according to Sri Hari Suriji, when she's looking into Krishna's eyes, my Guru Maharaj was explaining, Yashoda was looking into the eyes of Gopal. And Krishna's eyes are the sun and the moon. So it is almost like asking Surya Dev and Chandra Dev, both of you are witnesses. Tell me the truth. What happened? Are the boys speaking the truth, or is Krishna speaking the truth? Is Baldao Balram speaking the truth, or is Lala Kanhaiya speaking the truth? Now Chandra and Surya are witness. They have to speak the truth, but now they are stuck. If they say the truth according to their dharma, then they are going against the Lord who created them. What is the use of the truth which is going in lack of gratitude against the Creator who has done so much for us? At the same time, if they take sides with Krishna and they say, yeah, he hasn't eaten dirt, then they are failing to do their duty. They are failing to do their dharma that Krishna has given them. So either they're going against Krishna or they're going against seva to Krishna, the dharma that Krishna has given. Now, ऐसे अवसर पे करे तो करे क्या? ऐसे परिस्थिति पे क्या करे? What to do in such circumstances? Sun and moon, they started leaving their place. They started moving around. Krishna's eyes started moving around. Surya Dev and Chandra Dev, they both surrendered and said, my dear Lord, whatever you want to tell your Maiya and whatever your Maiya wants to do with you, you both solve it between yourself. You leave us aside. हमें यहाँ से छोड़ दो, भक्षो यहाँ से. So in this way, the sun and the moon, they started leaving their position to run away from the spot to save their lives. And in this way, Krishna's eyes are moving all over the place. Also, it is described, Krishna was trying to look around. Baba, see, Maiya is again chastising me. Please come and save me. But there's no Baba around. There's no Nanda Baba around. Or he's looking around in anger. I am really curious to see who complained. So his eyes are moving around in many, 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 many reasons. Every movement of Sri Hari has so many hidden meanings, so many utprekshas. Yashoda, bhaya sambhranta, prekshanaksham abhashata. Krishna cannot open his mouth and speak anything because mouth is full of mud. There's so much mud in his mouth because he's eating. There's so many things going on at the same time. So mouth is full. Maiya Yashoda looks eye to eye. Text 34. Kasman mridam adantatman bhavan bhakshitavan raha vadanti tavaka yete kumaraste grajopyayam. Srila Prabhupada's translation. Dear Krishna, why are you so restless that you have eaten dirt in a solitary place? This complaint has been lodged against you by all your playmates, including your older brother Balaram. How is this? Srila Prabhupada's purport. Mother Yashoda was agitated by Krishna's restless behavior. Her house was full of sweets. Why then should the restless boy eat dirt in a solitary place? Krishna replied, my dear mother, they have plotted together and lodged a complaint against me so that you will punish me. Well, you are the one, Krishna, you are the one who wants to be chastised. You are the one who wants to be punished by your mother. So therefore, once you tried from the gopis, when their complaints fail, now you're trying from the gopas side. My older brother Balaram has joined them. Actually, I have not done this. Take my words as truth. Do not be angry and chastise me, O mother. Please do not chastise me. Mother Yashoda is saying, Kasman mridam adantatman? She is not saying, did you eat dirt? The word is kasmat. किन कारण के वजह से मृदम अदांतात्मन भवान भक्षितवान? Because of what reason did you eat dirt? She's not asking did you or didn't you. She's convinced he has. She just wants to know the reason. Kasman mridam. Mridam means dirt or dust. Dhuli, Braj Dhuli, the dust of Vrindavan. Kasman mridam adantatman. Now our acharyas describe the word adantatman. Mother Yashoda translates or intends to say that as restless. Restless, adanta. But the Aishwaryamai mood of the word adanta atman, atman means paramatman, he who is the super soul, and adanta means he who is independent, swarat. So adanta atman in glorification means he who is the supreme Lord, who is free to do anything, he is independent. He's not bound by any rules of culture and etiquette. But Yashodarani is saying, oh, you restless boy, kasman mridam adanta atman, bhavan bhakshitavan, why did you eat? So Krishna is looking at Yashoda eye to eye, mouth full of mud. Are you talking to me? Me? Ah, bhavan bhakshitavan, you only. Who else is there here? Naham bhakshitavan amba will come very soon. Next verse, Krishna will very proudly say, I have not eaten dirt. But now he cannot say because mud is there in his mouth. He has to do something with that mud first before he starts speaking. So through eyes, kasman mridam adantatman, why have you eaten? Krishna is looking around. Inse bol rahi hai. Who is she speaking to? Bhavan bhakshitavan, you. I'm talking to you. Oh, me? Ah, you. Then eye to eye, Krishna said, whatever I eat, I share and eat. Milk, I share. Butter, I share. Sweets, I share. So if I have eaten dirt, they have also eaten dirt. Because I share everything. And if they have not eaten, then I have not eaten. Because sharing is caring. I believe in magnanimity. Dear Maya, I share everything. And if they have not eaten, I have not eaten. Anyway, who knows what has happened? Who saw? Where did I eat? I am always in public. Where did I eat? Maya Yashoda says, Bhavan bhakshitavan rahaha. Rahasyamay. In a confidential way, you are turning on the other side and you're eating. You're hiding from others. You're turning and eating. Krishna says who? Vadanti. Ke vadanti. Kaun keh rahe hain? So Mother Yashoda said, oh, they're all saying. So till now, they refer to the gopis. Gopis are complaining. So now when Yashoda said, they're all saying that you're eating. Krishna said, Maya, Tavaka, they're all your team. The neighboring mothers who are complaining again and again, they're all your team. Yashoda said, it is not them this time. Vadanti Tavaka. Your team is complaining this time. The Gopas are complaining. Krishna said, really? Are you sure? Ah, he. You see, vadanti tabaka he. Khalu nishchitam etad. Certainly they complained. Krishna looked at Maya Yashoda, all eye to eye conversation going on. Really, they complained? Maya Yashoda said, yes, they complained. सब झूठ बोलते हैं. They're all liars. Maya, don't believe them. Serial liars. They never think twice before speaking untruth. Maya Yashoda said, how can they lie? Ete kumaraha. They're all little children. According to Shastra, those who are less than 5-year-old, those who are Kumara, their words are to be accepted as Veda Vakya because those children are considered to be Bhagavat Swarup. So Maya Yashoda is saying they all complained. Krishna said, oh, they're all your group, the gopis. Then Yashoda said, no, 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 your team complained. Really? Are you sure my team? He? Nishchitam khalu etad? Certainly. Then they're all lying. Maya, don't believe them. They don't like that every game I am winning. They're envious of me. They're all liars. They want to settle scores with me. Ete kumaraha Krishna. They are all children. According to Vedas, their words are supposed to be Veda Vakya. No, no, they're all lying, said Krishna. Te agraja api vadati. Your older brother Agraja, Balaram, is also saying. Now Krishna is caught. Because now if he says Balaram is a liar, then this is Maryada Vyatikraman, this is breaking etiquette and culture, because he who is your older brother, you should not hurt him, you cannot frame him. At the same time, if he says Balaram is speaking the truth, if Balaram is saying it must be true, then that is going against his own policy that I didn't eat dirt. So now Krishna is caught, completely caught. Kasman mridam adantatman bhavan bhakshitavan raha. Oh, restless little child, why are you eating dirt in private? Vadanti tavaka yete. All your friends are complaining, and they're all little kids, they cannot lie. And to top it all, your older brother Balaram has also confirmed. He's the one who first said it. At this point, tears are dripping from Krishna's eyes. Betrayal. On one side, my friends are complaining. On one side, my brother Balaram is complaining. For whom I left Vaikuntha and I came here to play with. I could have been laying on the back of Anantashesh, but that Anantashesh is complaining against me. Those friends for whom I left my Bhagavata, I stepped down from my position of being Swami in Vaikuntha, I came to Golok Vrindavan to play. Now they've all turned against me. Tears dripping from Lala's eyes. And what he says, we will see tomorrow. So now we keep that picture in the Braj courtyard of our heart, zooming in to Yashoda Rani's eyes, locked with Krishna's eyes. So we will pause here and we will see all of you tomorrow. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Our Gauranga Darshan Prabhu is back after the yatra. So we will be very, very happy to hear from His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Not reflections of the class, but we want to hear some Hari Katha from him. We have been missing his association for quite some time. So everyone, please lovingly welcome Gauranga Darshan Prabhu from your homes by loudly chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear Amarendra Prabhu, for your nectarian katha as always. For 35 days, you are describing Krishna's childhood pastimes and Venu Gita, as the Gopis of Vrindavan say in their Gopi Gita, Bhuvi Grinante Bhurida Jana. So a devotee's magnanimity is demonstrated by repeatedly speaking Krishna Katha. The best gift that a devotee can offer to this world, or the best service that a devotee can do to the humanity, is sharing Krishna Katha. And such devotees are very dear to Krishna, as Krishna himself declared it in the Bhagavad Gita last chapter. So we are very magnanimous. 35 days every day speaking for a couple of hours and more is not so easy, but thank you so much, Prabhu. I'll catch up with the missed classes. In this today's session, we have effortlessly shared the deeper meanings of these shlokas from different acharyas and elaborately described meanings of several words. Initially, you began with Krishna's butter stealing pastimes. Uh, there is this beautiful song, Chorashtakam. Vraje prasiddham navanita choram गोपाङ्गनानां च दुकूलचौरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि. Braje Prasiddham, Krishna is very famous for what? Navanita Chauram, for stealing butter in the Vrajabhumi. And he is also famous for stealing our sinful reactions. Padashritanam to samasta chauram. Initially, he steals our sinful reactions and we're happy with it. Krishna, you steal. Just the way you have stolen butter in Gopi's homes, you can steal all my sinful reactions. I can open my doors nicely for you so that you can happily steal. But in the next shloka, it says that Padashritanam cha samasta chauram, chauragraganyam purusham namami. So one who takes shelter of Krishna's lotus feet will lose everything. Means, so Krishna will take away everything from them. And that also we need to be comfortable. That is Sharanagati. So we are ready to give up our sinful reactions and Krishna, you please take care. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja. So when Krishna says aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami, we are comfortable. But when Krishna says sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja, we have some reservations. But he takes away everything material from us to offer his supreme spiritual self to us. So that is so beautifully depicted in the 10th canto pastimes of Krishna, especially the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. And also your class in the middle portion is very instructive, Prabhu. When Narada Muni wanted to see Maya, how does it function? And he goes for Swayamvar, he got a hurry face, monkey face. It's embarrassing, and how Krishna demonstrated his quality of Hitaishini. Just as in Damodar Lila, he demonstrated the quality of Bhakta Vashyata. In this episode, he demonstrated the quality of he being the well-wisher, Hitaishini, of all his devotees. That's very amazing and instructive. Even Markandeya Rishi, in the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, he became very curious, very inquisitive to understand how the Lord's material energy, Maya, functions. And he requested Naranarayan Rishis. After his hundreds and thousands of years of tapasya, he got the darshan of Naranarayan Rishis. And he says, oh Lord, I only have one desire. What desire? I want to see how your Maya functions. Actually, Naranarayan Rishis did not appreciate that desire. But still, because he's curious, they fulfill the desire, and our Markandeya Rishi had to see, had to experience this devastation. And that happens during the night of Brahma. For thousands of years, in darkness, he was just being tossed by the waves of this ocean of inundation. And one good thing is he saw Vatapatra Shahi also. He came closer to that little baby boy lying down on this banyan leaf. And when the baby boy inhaled, Markandeya Rishi went inside the nostrils of this baby boy and inside the belly of this baby boy, Krishna. He has seen all the second canto and third canto of Bhagavatam, the Srishti Leela of Krishna. And again, he was exhaled. Again, he's in the ocean of inundation. So basically, we need not become and we should not become unnecessarily curious to understand how Maya functions. Now, Maya is there right in our pockets. I'm curious to see what's there in this website. I'm curious to see what's there in this YouTube video. So that curiosity can be a great distraction for us. You have very beautifully conveyed this message. Even Lord Shiva, the most exalted Vaishnav, he became very curious to see Mohini Murti form of Lord Vishnu. And Vishnu said, "You will not appreciate it so much, don't worry." But he says, "No, no, I want to see. I have seen all your incarnations. Now let me see your Mohini Murti form also." Then the Lord said, "If you fall in a whirlpool of lust, then don't blame me." And Shiva was thinking internally. All the devatas saw Mohini Murti. They never became lusty. I am the best of all the devatas. I am Deva Deva. How can I become lusty? Lord, please show me without any reservations. And after that, the Lord showed Mohini Murti and fulfilled the curiosity of Lord Shiva. And you know what happened later. Of course, what the Lord displayed in front of Lord Shiva was his internal potency. Ultimately, Shiva was attracted to Krishna. But what the Lord displayed to other devotees, or especially Markandeya Rishi, that's his external potency, that's bewilderment. So we need to protect ourselves from this unnecessary curiosity. Initially, it may seem very innocent, but it's very, very dangerous. Uh, and the Lord, even if He punishes us for our unnecessary curiosity and inquisitiveness, even that punishment also is His well wishing nature. So beautifully conveyed point, Prabhu. Thank you so much. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Bhishmadev says, "Oh Pandavas, you are so powerful." He says, "Yatra dharmasuto raja gadapanir vrkodaraha krishnostri gandivam chapam suhrit krishnastato vipat." Yatra dharmasuto raja. Amongst the Pandavas, we have this Dharmaraj, Yudhishthira Maharaj, who is the personification of Dharma, who is knowledgeable about all spiritual secrets. And we have Bhima, the Bhima who can perform very Herculean tasks. Yatra dharmasuto raja gadapanir vrkodara. Then Krishnostri Gandivam Chapam, even Arjuna is there holding his Gandiva bow, invincible bow. But this is not the real strength of Pandavas. Their weapons, their understanding of Dharma, that's not the real strength of Pandavas. Suhrut Krishna. Krishna is their dearest friend and well-wisher. That's their greatest strength. So not only Pandavas or Vishnu, Krishna is Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. He is our well-wisher also. And the greatest ecstasy in our spiritual life is to acknowledge and experience Krishna's well-wishing nature. Yes, Krishna is my well-wisher. Even if he does something which is not very palatable to me, which is not very nice for me to experience, still he is my well-wisher. So we need to have that conviction. And Bhagavatam is tapatrayon mulanam. Bhagavatam destroys our threefold material miseries. Because Krishna is the one who is destroying our threefold miseries. How? Not that when we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we will not experience any threefold miseries, but they will not affect us. They will not bother us. They will not overwhelm a devotee the way they overwhelm common people. And devotees see that misery as mercy of Krishna. So the bandwidth or the inclination to see one's misery as mercy of Krishna comes by taking shelter of Krishna Katha. Thank you so much, Amarendra Prabhu. Thank you so much for your nectarian class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Very wonderfully, you taught us how we should not be curious to see the ugly nature of this world in the form of the prompts on our phone or the YouTube shorts, which is like the Mahamaya. We should not be curious for that. At the same time, like Lord Shiva, we should run behind Krishna in our life. Lord Shiva is Gopeshwar Mahadev, and he proves that through the 8th canto, because when Krishna played the flute, the gopis ran behind him. And when Krishna came as Mohini Murti, Lord Shiva ran behind the gopis who ran behind Krishna. Following in their footsteps, Lord Shiva is running behind Mohini Murti, who is Krishna. So thank you for teaching us that principle of what to learn from Markandeya Rishi, what to learn from Lord Shiva, and also all reversals in life that came like it came in the life of Pandavas. We should understand Krishna is still our Suhrit. He's always our well-wishing best friend, and we should take shelter of Bhagavatam.